Hey guys, I didn't do a video yesterday because yesterday was really rough and really long. Chloe hurt her back 2 nights ago, and both her and I were up all night. She didn't even get to rest or sleep at all until almost 8 o'clock in the morning. And she's been through this a couple times before. She was actually paralyzed for a while a few years ago, so we're very sensitive to her behavior when she starts to have some pain, especially in her back. And we don't know exactly what happened. She might have jumped off the new couch when we weren't home or something, but that's partially why we got those big pillows. We put something up against the edge, so if the doorbell rings or something, she can't launch off. And it's about 2 feet off the ground here, and that's enough to do some damage. But anyway, she's finally starting to feel better. She got some sleep all day yesterday. We have her in her crate, so she's immobilized and still in there for the next week or two. So today she's been resting okay, and I carry her around to go outside and everything, and then put her back in her crate. And she slept okay last night, and I finally got some sleep last night. And yes, I was a zombie all day yesterday, just trying to do some normal work, but I really didn't get much done. And like I said, I was up 36 hours or so, so it's just the way it goes. Anyway, we don't have kids, but she's like our child, so I'm a parent in that sense. But some good news on the roof, maybe. I'm not even going to say what's going on because I'm just going to wait until it's done and tested because I'm tired of the guessing game. This is now the eighth or ninth repair at least, where it must be that, 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 it must be. None of them were it. None of it. So I'm actually going to be kind of pissed and relieved if this fixes it, because this is something that I found, and I'm not a roofer. But it was just kind of like common sense, and nobody had touched it. None of the roofers, none of the repairs were even looking in this area. But to me, just simple logic. And now this guy's like, oh, yeah, that might be it. Son of a. So we'll see. Anyway, he's doing that repair right now. I think I need to do a little preventative measure in the back room by drilling a couple holes in the ceiling, because I think there's so much water up there. It has been dripping like a racehorse for 2 days straight. There is a lot of water up there. That's never happened before. Usually it'll drip and while it's raining, and it'll be done after about a half an hour. But I'm seeing so much of a bow between those steel braces. I think there is a ton of water collected in there, and those are just thin aluminum skins. I don't think the panels themselves are warped. I think it's just water collecting in those skins. So I think I can just drill a couple little tiny holes and relieve pressure through those skins. I'm going to get a bucket because I think I'm going to have a gallon of water come out. It has not stopped. The drips that I have are on the seams, so those are at the high spots. And if I can sit there and push the ceiling a little bit, it's kind of tall, so I can't push it that much, it speeds up. So there is some water that sloshes over. So I'm going to do that right now and see what kind of pressure I can relieve, just to kind of help things out, because it's been 2 days since it stopped raining, and it is still drip, drip, drip. There's a lot of water up there, and I don't need anything coming down. Plus, where's it going to go? If he finally is sealing the leak, and that water's in a low spot, where's it going to go? It doesn't just evaporate into nowhere, so it's got to get out of there. Yep. Yahtzee. Well, this bugger finally stopped. It drained out about a gallon. I took it out to dump it, and I was about to do another clip here, and it just started gushing again. So the water is shifting up there. Take out my next bucket full here. I had a towel down, luckily, but I put the bucket back down. The other two haven't really. Oh, there, it stopped again. That's weird. It's like somebody turned off a faucet. And the other two I expected, but by the way this panel is drooping the same way, I even drilled two to see if I missed the low spot. I really expected them to gush too. I don't understand why this panel is drooping so much, just as much as this one here, but no stream. And I know there's water under here. Obviously it's dripping. And when I push up on here, that speeds up, so it does slosh over. I don't know. Let me try pushing up on it here. Oh, that's funny. I push up over here and that one starts. And I push up and it stops. And I let go and it starts. I push up and it stops. And I let go. Okay. Well, I got some experimentation to do to get this drained. Because there is a whole bunch of water doing something up there. I don't know what. Oh, more good news. I sold the roofer. I just got a drop in my head. I sold the roofer the patio heater. Not a bad deal. $30 less than what I paid. And I'm keeping the tank because, you know what? There are times when I have wanted one, and next time I want to do deep fried turkey, I just have to buy a $20 burner and not a tank too. So that's cool. I guess I'll show you what I think did it. I'm not even going to say I think it's fixed. I'm just going to say this is another repair that was done. This whole corner underneath here was open. I mean, completely open. You could peel the aluminum fascia back and there was just a cavity. And this edge is what he just completely sealed. So I mean, that is definitely fixed. But he flood tested this and it started leaking again. Well, I think it was just pouring in here, and that's why I now have gallons underneath the roof panels. It was just coming right in there. But what I thought was, you know, common sense. Look, you can see all these stains. I don't know if you can see it. I can see it. You can see all these stains under here, and there were more underneath the fixed spot there of the same crap that's coming inside. So, you know, follow the money. Anyway, that is all plugged up, sealed, and he wrapped it with this self-adhesion aluminum stuff. It's over here. So, it's got like a rubber back on it. It's all sticky and I don't want to touch it. So, we'll see. Anyway, I got to get some more water out of this roof. Oh, now it stopped. I thought I'd give you guys an update here on results of using these hot sauces. There's like, looks like one I haven't opened yet. And that is way in the back here. Which one is it? Just haven't gotten to it yet. Let me move the Daves here. The one I haven't tried is the You Can't Handle This hot sauce. So I can't say anything about that one yet. But judging from the ingredients, this is actually not a very hot one. So not even really in a rush to try that one. Okay, first of all, Dave's Insanity. Yes, this one lives up to its claims. It is no joke. Not anything you would actually want to use as a sauce. Certainly nothing for dipping or coating wings or anything like that. This is a food additive. So I'll make a big bowl of my smoked chicken soup. One drop. More than you can handle, okay? Teaspoon to a huge pot of chili. More than you can handle, okay? This stuff, no joke, it's awesome. It's all heat, though. There's no flavor. So if you just want the heat, use the Dave's, okay? So I don't use it that much because, like I said, it's just heat. And I want flavor with my stuff. So, moving on. Starting down here, this salsa picante from Polo Tropical. This is awesome. This has tons of flavor. This is not that hot. I mean, it's a little bit more than like Taco Bell Fire. So it's a little bit more than Tabasco. You know, if you're a chili head, this is mild. I pour this stuff on. I mean, you can see the bottle's just about gone. I pour this on rice and chicken and, tacos or whatever. Awesome Swedish, sweet-ish, not Swedish flavor. Just a great general Tabasco type flavor. I'm going to get some more of this stuff. I'll mail order it if I can't find it in the store. Really, really good hot sauce there. Just a general all-purpose. Black Widow No Survivor. I had this this morning, as a matter of fact, and I'm still tasting it. Not a real intense heat like the Dave's. The Dave's will just make your face burn off, okay? This takes time. 5-10 minutes after you're starting to eat something with it in it. And I put about a teaspoon into a big bowl of the soup, and that's just perfect for me. I mean, I love, love, love hot stuff. So, you wouldn't want to use this on nachos or as a dip or anything like that. It would melt your face. But as an additive in a dish, it does have some good chili pepper flavor and a very building up, lingering heat. It's no joke. It'll make you drool. You'll want some milk after a while. It is very hot, but it does have flavor. Okay, so this is not a big burst of heat, but a long-lasting one. So bear that in mind. The Chupacabra. Not a fan of this one. Number one, it doesn't have a big heat. Doesn't have much of a long-lasting heat. You have to use a good bit of it. I've only used it once because I don't even like the flavor of it. It's got this weird vegetable-like, maybe a green chili flavor. It might be good on seafood, but not on poultry. I'll tell you that. That's what I've had it on so far. And, if you're a chili head, it's not going to impress you as far as heat goes. Normal people, yeah, it's way more than Tabasco, but it's just got that weird, it's not like a chili or a red pepper or a sweet kind of flavor at all. It's just kind of weird. Like I said, might try it on fish. Might be good on shrimp or something. I don't know. I'd have to play with it. Endorphin Rush, pretty mild. Leads you to believe that it's super hot from all the warnings and the ingredients and everything. But, lead ingredient, tomato paste, I guess that should have been a clue. Water, pepper extract, which could be anything, and I don't think they're anything special. This was pretty much like a thick Tabasco sauce. Decent flavor, nothing really intense. Just a little bit more than, like a Taco Bell or a hot that you could buy in a grocery store. So no big deal there at all. Smack my ass and call me Sally. This one, for a dedicated hot sauce, is so far my favorite. I love the Polar Tropical as a dip or a garnish sauce or anything like that, but this one delivers the heat, lots of beautiful flavors out of it. It has an immediate heat, so it's not quite as intense over time as the Black Widow, but it has a very immediate, as soon as you put it in your mouth, kind of fire, and a really beautiful sweet chili sauce taste. So this is awesome on poultry. I love this in the chicken soup, and it doesn't take much. Maybe 3-4 drops to a full big bowl of chicken soup is all I can handle, and just tons of great flavor. This is on the thick side. It is more like a paste than a sauce. So when you take it out, just kind of shake the end of it to get some of the paste out, because you don't want it blopping out into your dish. It'll be ruined. But really great sauce there. I'm going to be buying more of that for sure. So far, I'm loving the Smack My Ass and Call Me Sally and the Polar Tropical as two really good everyday hot sauces. When you just want lots of great flavor, the little heat, maybe dipping it or just putting it on a sandwich or something, that stuff is the bomb. When you want really good flavor and you need some heat, like maybe making some chili, it's going to be Smack My Ass. And I'm actually supposed to be entering a chili cook-off here in a couple weeks for the wife's school. And you know what's going to be going in that. I thought about kicking their ass with some Dave's, but that'd be a little cruel. So I'll actually try to win. And an update on this stuff. The Redline Liquid, the little bottles, you only take a half bottle at a time. It's kind of like the 5-Hour Energy. Those work, okay? They work exactly like the 5-Hour Energy, but you only drink half a bottle, okay? Those, good. If you like those things, I'm not going to be buying them. I'm not into those, but they do work perfectly well. These pills are absolute garbage. They do nothing. I'm on day 2 of them. You're supposed to take 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon. I have a headache right now from a lack of caffeine, so I'm going to make some coffee because I haven't had any in a couple days. These do absolutely nothing. Pure gimmick. Stick with the liquid if you're into that Redline kind of stuff. So this, blah, don't waste your money. Good hot sauces. Well, we're winding down the end of the day here. It's 5:30. The wife finally got home. so I can do some other stuff. I have to go to a cigar event tonight. Starts at 6. I'm not going to stay too long, just for an hour or so. But I'm hooking up with a company that I'm doing a little promotion with, cigarsforwarriors.org, that I'm doing a big troop drive where people are donating in cigars to send over there, and I've got hundreds of them that I'm going to be handing off to them. And they just happen to be local. I knew they were in Florida, but I didn't recognize the town that they're from, and it's only about half an hour up the main road here. But they're down in my area tonight for an event at one of our local lounges, so I'm just going to stop in, meet them, say hi, and see what's going on at the event. It's a Sam Lucia event, so they'll probably be pimping out their white and black line. And I've got some. I haven't tried them yet, but I got some from the show. Anyway, I haven't done anything today other than work here because I didn't want to leave Chloe, but now the wife's home, so I can go. And she's doing much better. Took her out a couple times, and to do her thing here in the yard, and she's walking normally. So, it just was a muscle thing, as I thought. I've been through back problems for years, so I know what it goes. I mean, if it's muscle, if it's neural, if it's bone, I'm an expert, believe me. And I can tell in her, just from behavior, touching her, all that, what's going on. And I had a hunch this was just a real bad pulled muscle, and it was. So she'll be fine in another few days of just keeping her confined to the crate and being real gentle with her, not letting her jump or go up the stairs or anything like that. So she'll be okay. Anyway, so I was just hanging out in the office today, didn't even go for a walk, and now I'm off to the event. So, I don't think I'll take you along for that because it's just hanging out. I don't think there's anything to show for HLO. Anyway, there was something. Oh, I wanted to talk about the iPhone. Something weird started happening today, and I was working with the roofer, and I was trying to take a picture of the corner of the roof, and the phone shut off. I'm like, well, that's kind of odd. I didn't think I was near empty, and it wouldn't even let me power back on. It says plug it back in, like it's dead. It usually does that when it reaches 0 or 1%. There isn't even enough juice to safely power on. So go inside, plug it in, turn it back on, 35%. I'm like, okay, that's weird. Does it again. I'm like, okay, that's something wrong. Just normal, taking a picture. Pull up the camera app, snap a picture, tries to save it, and boop, goes into the shutdown. I'm like, okay, that's not good. So I did a calibration, and that's running it all the way down to 0. I turned on TomTom, turned on the GPS, and in 20 minutes it had completely drained down to 0 because the GPS really sucks down the battery. That's why you should never use it unless it's plugged in. So then I recharged it back to a full 100%, which calibrates itself so it knows what a true 100% is, so that percentage gauge is accurate. Sometimes that's off. If you don't ever do a full charge like that, it doesn't know exactly where it is, so that percentage showing can be inaccurate. And that's because the batteries in the phones are lithium ion, and they do degrade over time. The more you use it, the less life you get. It doesn't have a memory, but it is a chemical battery, and it does degrade. So I figured, well, I've had it over a year. I use the crap out of it, obviously, for videos. So I have probably done a lot of charge cycles, and I thought the battery was probably just wearing down. So I found an app online that allowed me to see all the details, how many charge cycles it's gone through, what the actual amperage it's putting out is, and it turns out it's about 30% low off of brand new, and it's simply going into early failure. And I've only done 226 charge cycles, so that's not excessive. That's not as many as I thought. I thought it would be 300 to 400, but it's only done 226 full cumulative charge cycles. So that's not bad in a year and a half of use. I've had it since it just came out. And cool thing is, and if you're wondering about the app, if you want to check yours, it's iBackupBot. They have a free trial, and that's all I used it for. It's a full backup and restore thing, but I have iTunes. I don't need it for anything like that. But it has, as part of its tool kit, you can plug in your phone to it, click on the more information, and it shows you all the nitty-gritty details, including battery state and all that good stuff. So it's free to plug in and try if you want to look up your own phone. But, so I am out of warranty, can't just swap it out for a new one. iFixit has a complete battery change kit, including the new battery and the tools you need, which are just a spudger set, a little suction cup, and a special screwdriver, which I already have, but it's included in the kit anyway, for $29.95 and $5 shipping. Plus, if you search online, you find codes all over the place for $5 off, so you get free shipping. So I got a brand new battery and the tools for under $30. Score. So that should be here in about a week, and I'll be back to new. So that's about it. I will see you guys tomorrow.